because, as women, we have been underrepresented in leadership positions in companies for quite some time. And now companies are starting to understand the importance of it. And hopefully this will continue to evolve, right?
Yeah.
So now, she's just like very upset because she's like, I never experienced this before. I can't believe that women would treat me like that. Like I thought we were supposed to uplift one another and be there for one another. And I'm a little upset because opposed to being there for me, they are trying to bring me down. So I just, gave her some advice in terms of not falling into the trap of trying to get them back, or as my cousin would say, try to clap back. It's not just a good use of your time. Like continue to be who you are. Never allow someone to change the authenticity of who you are. And you have to do your part. And if anyone else can't see the good of what you bring to the table, then shame on them. But don't step to their level. So I've been trying to give her some words of encouragement. At the same time, she caught me crying and really upset because, and it made me think about my own situation too. Like, of course, I experienced that before. And I continue, it's something that I think we've all experienced when you have people trying to sabotage you for whatever reasons. And my thing is too, like, if you don't know someone, why don't you do a little bit of digging in terms of just spending time with the person and getting to know them for who they are, opposed to making your own damn assumptions, which is probably wrong. And then with you not knowing, and then now you are not embracing that person or you're strategically trying to find ways to get that person out. Like, that's not cool. Like, especially as women, I just think that we should be uplifting one another and supporting one another. And if she did something wrong or someone does something wrong to you, then call that person out. Don't try to sabotage. And that just makes me upset. So I know that was a mouthful because I am like fired up about it, and how we are. So it's just, feeling some type of way, and also just make me reflect on my own situations that I've experienced as well.
I mean, I took it all. I've experienced all of that, experiencing all of that. And I would just tell her, when you send this to her, tell her congratulations. Because when that happens to you, that means you're moving in the right direction and you're moving through something.
Yeah.
And in order to get on the other side of it and become who you're really supposed to be, you have to go through those moments. So
right. I like
congratulations.
That. Congrats.
Because you're not, people don't do that to people who aren't worthy of that. Right.
Yeah.
And also, it sounds like it's competitive. It sounds like her authenticity, her being is igniting and triggering something inside of that other person.
Or people.
That's making that person feel less than, or making that person feel like there's not enough room for both of them.
That's not
in reality,
it is.
Right?
And
when in reality, there's more than enough, because there's only one of each of those human beings and their skill set. And so it's sad when someone else has to do all that extra stuff and cast aspersions and just do all unnecessary things. But for some reason,
unnecessarily,
it's necessary for the growth process. So congratulations. And she has to power through this, and she has to go through this. And what she needs to do is she has to break everything down and try to pinpoint the actual times when that hate comes. What is that trigger point that, is it when she responds to an email? Is it when she comes in with a nice outfit on or changes her hair? Or when she speaks the truth on something that maybe other people aren't afraid to say? Is she, doing something that other people are fearful of doing? And that's when you start to experience that kind of behavior.